Hi, I wanted to turn the volume down for a minute. I have a couple of like somewhat personal stories for you real fast. So you probably saw it already. Like I've made a couple videos. Maybe not a couple. I need to make another one though. But, you know, I got new recruits, you know, new little duckies. We also got a couple of turkeys. I did not show the turkeys, but I did get a couple new duckies. We got Slug, and we have also named the second one Loch Ness, or Nessie for short. But then we also got 2 turkeys. And the reason why I need to mention these 2 turkeys for importance is because something happened to these turkeys, okay? And it involves a war apparently between these turkeys and chickens. I had no idea, but apparently the chickens do not like the new turkeys, and my family was trying to get them to get along. And in doing so, sadly, one of the new turkeys was killed by a chicken. And my mom called me this morning about it. She was like, hey, Geek, we have a problem. I was like, what happened? She's like, you know the turkeys? I did not name the turkeys. I was not that connected with the turkeys, but she's like, you know the turkeys? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, one of the new ones was killed today, at some point by one of the chickens. And my mom, without skipping a beat, oh my gosh, this is what makes it so funny about her. She, without skipping a beat, after telling me the sad news about one of our turkeys being lost and another turkey clearly being traumatized now by the chickens, she goes, I'm gonna find whoever, like, I'm gonna test this out. She's gonna watch. She's going to be a good parent. She's going to let the now traumatized turkey into the chicken coop. And whichever chicken attacks this turkey, she's going to kill them. And I'm like, you're gonna turn them into... You're gonna turn a chicken into fried chicken, aren't you? She's like, yes, I will. And then apparently there's another chicken that's also bullying the other chickens. And so she's like, if I find out who that bully is, I'm turning that one into more fried chicken. So now we have crazy chicken drama, and it's kind of hilarious. It's hilarious. It's not really great, you know, that like turkeys or chickens are like making fun of my chickens and the turkeys and stuff like that. But like, the drama between the turkeys and the chickens is insane. There is so much chicken drama. It's so wild to talk about sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what's going on. A little bit in my personal life is sadly we had lost a new turkey fellow. But now my mom is on a crazy revenge story, going to find the chicken who did it and killing them, and also just in general. It's gonna be great. Yeah, chickens are roosters. Chickens aren't that aggressive. It's chickens. We made sure in the beginning, whenever we had the chickens that were like starting to get their feathers in and stuff like that, we started noticing the roosters. And at first we were like, okay, as long as they don't make noise and disturb the other neighbors, because they live in a neighborhood, we're gonna keep the roosters. Well, one by one, all of the roosters started making a lot of noise. So one by one, we killed off all the roosters. So now we just have the females. We just have the hens. We just have the chickens. And for some reason, there's just like some chickens that are just like, I don't like this turkey, or I don't like this other chicken, so I'm just gonna peck at them aggressively and pluck their feathers out. Like, I don't... The drama of the chickens is insane to me. There's so much drama of chickens that I ever expect to realize. It's insane. But yeah, thankfully my duckies are fine. My mom was actually concerned about them immediately after finding out that one of the turkeys was killed. But she like had to call me and be like, rest assured, your ducks are fine, I promise. And I'm like, all right, cool, that's great. But sadly we lost a turkey because of a chicken. And then there might be, it's either one specific chicken, that's the one that my mom suspects is this one particular chicken who is the culprit. She's like, and if there's another chicken that is bullying the other chickens, I'm gonna kill that one too. So we might end up having 2 chickens dead to go with it. But anywho, now that that's out of the way, welcome back to Dingamamba 2. Quick recap about what happened last stream. My man Nekomaru is killed. I miss him dearly. He died faster than that turkey did, for sure. And I have already been like honing down on who my suspect is, and the way that Miss reacted from earlier, I'm not sure if I'm actually more right or more wrong and concerned for who I think the culprit could be. Does the chicken get punishment time? Yeah. Technically, the way that you kill chickens is kind of brutal, but like, yeah. Yeah, technically it would be punishment time. Yeah. We would have 2 chickens in punishment. Maybe. Anywho, okay, I'll be honest. I did not make this background. Let me be clear on what I'm saying. This is a background. I'm making this background now. I'm having this be a temporary background because I'm tired of you guys seeing Google. So I did not make this. I want to be clear. I did not make this, but I do hope to make my own background eventually, so that that way you guys can like look at a nice background rather than looking at Google. I don't want you guys to look at Google whenever I open up Danganronpa all the time. I want you to guys see like a cool room or something. So I hope to get one set up properly. You'll never know if I'm offended or sad until you finish. But like, I suspected it was Gundam. I think it's Gundam, but the problem is, who's gonna take care of his hamsters? That's my question. Who's gonna take care of them? Because I'm not taking care of his hamsters. They're not my problem. Not to mention, well, of course, why you have to be on the screen now, son of a bitch. All right. Anywho, I suspect it's either Akane. I don't think it's Sonya, but I really think it could be Gundam because he's just being a little bit off. I don't know how to explain it, but something about him is just off to me. Oh, Nekomaru. I will avenge this motherfucker. He is my man, and I will avenge him so. This is it. Yeah. Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry. Hold on. E. I gotta put the game volume back up to normal. There we go. Alright, now that that's out of the way. Continue. Yes. Oh, right. We're talking about the fun house. We figured out the fun house was like a tower, and that the elevator went at a weird slanted angle and would like turn a whole 180 degrees, so that it looked like we were like, it was like building, center area building, but it wasn't. It was close. And I somehow kind of predicted it, but not quite.
What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
There's no way to hit the pillar with the sledgehammer, right? Is that a way? You can hit the base of the pillar, like, wham! Like, hit it hard enough that it, like, shifts the thing and it, boom, you know? You know what I mean? Because clearly, like, the pillar is the thing that hit. The only way that you can destroy that pillar is with enough blunt force. But I don't even think a sledgehammer could do that much damage unless you have really good strength. And I don't even think it was that either. Unless it was Nekomaru who did it himself, which I also don't know, because then that means we have a culprit.
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know?
Uh-huh.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
What was the Octagon again? Oh, wait.
Oh, my. I can't believe I have to explain that now.
Oh my god. Okay.
As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
The hammer will bust it up. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, okay, so they never technically used the hammer. They just dropped it there. They left it there, which I don't know why. But it just doesn't make sense. There's something that's not right that I can't figure out. Also, why am I stuck to this guy? Octagon means, octo, 8 sides.
I see.
Also, I am very low on health. Holy shit.
Recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
Are we really now learning about shapes? What does this shape make? Really? We're in, I was about to say we're in high school, people, but we're not.
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Oh, motherfucker, Why you? How do I fail geometry confirm? Dude, why the fuck do we have to think so hard on that? Also, I'm gonna turn the volume up. I never realized how quiet the game was sometimes. I'm so sorry. I want everyone to be loud. Everyone needs to be loud like me. But wow. I hate that I've said something similar to what he said. Like, I don't know how to feel about that.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
Wow, okay. A place befitting of the name Octagon. It is probably... Is it in the... But this is a hexagon. Can I, like, zoom around? No? So this is 4 sides. This is 6 sides. This is 4. This is a circle. So, like... Yeah, there's 3 and then there's 3. This is a hexagon. There's nothing for an octagon. I don't see an octagon anywhere. There's no octagon. Unless I'm really dumb and like this is an obvious answer. Because you have hexagon, 4-sided, 2 pipes, circle. I don't get it. What am I dumb for? I want to say the hexagon, but that's not right because that's a hexagon. It's not an octagon. So, if I pick something, I'm gonna be wrong. Can I look around? Time's up. What? I forgot I had a timer. Monokuma, shut the fuck up. That killed me instantly? I didn't do anything. I had no motive. Oh my fucking gosh. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, too bad. The blackened leaves. Everyone will be dead. Bye bye. Yeah, fine. Let's do this again. Never give up is an understatement. Depending on the circumstance, I just might give up. Okay, so I need to figure out the octagon. It's probably here. But there's no octagon. I had low health indeed. Yeah, I honestly had no idea I had low health. Fuck it. Octagon, it's excited. But there's crap. There's no octagon. And that's a circle. Is this the guy who doesn't know the geometry? I mean, you're not wrong. But like, oh, there's no octagon. It's just crap. It's. Oh my gosh. There's no octagon though. Crap. There's no octagon. Crap. There's no octagon. Yellow stick out of room. But crap. But huh? Yellow stick out of room here? Octagon cellular. Okay. I want to. Okay. What am I doing dumb? Because I know none of these shapes here are an octagon. So I'm clearly doing something wrong. I'm gonna kill my freaking character again, whatever his name is. The other side. Crap. That's the thing. I can't turn. It won't let me spinny spoony woodle woodle. I don't have anything that'll let me turn. There's no way. Crap. Hajime, I can't turn. I literally can't turn. Crap. I can't turn. It won't let me turn. This is all I have. Crap. Oh my fucking gosh. I'm gonna kill Hajime. I'm gonna kill him over and over for this. On top of the green text to the blue corridor? On top of it? On top? What? But how is it making it a hexagon?
This is mine.
On top of the... This is my what? What did you say?
Give up.
Shut up with the giving up part, okay? You might as well give up. I will be in your place. Dear Lord. On top of the green next to the blue corridor. On top of the green next to the blue. Here?
Here.
Huh? How?
You're talking talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Oh, right, the secret room.
Why is that place the Octagon?
Because it has 8 sides.
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided grape house?
Yeah.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Oh, that's where it becomes a secret room. Okay, it's not a regular octagon. Well, damn it! Yeah, that checks. Wow, I'm dumb for that one.
The true identity of the Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room.
Okay, so it wraps around. So I could have gone around that corner there, is what I'm hearing I had the chance to do?
In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Buddy. I forgot yellow was the elevator. It was the elevator.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
Yeah, he got it.
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
No. You didn't learn of it, sweetheart. You got it. You know you have it. And I'm curious to know what it is because I find it very fascinating. But like, you know. You can't be saying, but oh, I learned it. You know. You know.
Learned?
Learned is an understatement. You know how to use it. You were taught how to use it.
The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
Yo?
Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Wait.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the
Wait,
scene.
hold on. Wait. You mean to tell me that I would assume the killer figured out. Hold on. I'm trying to process my brain. You mean to tell me that the killer was the one who was able to use the funhouse to their advantage and used it to kill him? A 6-story shot. So somebody manipulated the elevator, the elevator thing, the elevator circle to drop and kill him. Huh. But like, wait, I thought like depending on if you play the Russian roulette game, then you had like the smaller your chances, the higher likely you are to like do that. Huh? The broken door. Oh right. But wait, I'm confused then because like, do you just have to have a 1 in 6 chance of surviving to obtain the ability to just control the funhouse, or do you actually get like, or do you like the higher chance you get, the more likely you are to be able to obtain the funhouse to use your advantage? Huh? Strategy with metal wires. Oh. Oh, that's brutal. Why Nekomaru though? Why
And then
him?
thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
Yeah, you can easily kill with that. As long as you have control of the house, you control everything. Oh shit.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
So wait, so it doesn't matter about what the chances are? Because I would think like the higher the chances and the higher the stakes, the more the bigger reward. Oh, motherfucker! So let me get this straight. This guy went above and beyond to try to get a 1 in 6 chance of survival, made it, and just was like, oh, big deal. There was no extra like benefit to doing that other than, oh, I'm just here to do this. The reward was the book. Oh, that's it. Lame. Hi, Pecco. I just hit my hand on the table. Hello. Okay. The killer got something smaller. Yeah, I'm sure, like the sledgehammer.
That's why the killer tried to keep us from
Okay,
learning the
makes
mystery
sense.
of the building.
Okay, but like, so even if you get a 1 in 3 chance or a 1 in 6 chance of surviving or a 1 in 6 chance of dying, then you can basically just control the entire funhouse. Fuck yeah, dude, let me play the game. Let me in. Let's do it. That'll be interesting. I would yeah, you know what? Actually, never mind. With my luck, I would probably end up dying.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime.
Yeah.
It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
And he's back to being weird. My boy Nagito. No. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? It means whoever can control it can destroy everyone in this room. How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? Okay, did we forget that the area in the center is like the circle area is the elevator? Did we forget what that was? Did we forget? I think we may have forgotten. And who was the killer that did that? I think either Akane or I think Gundam. I don't know why. I just go back to Gundam because it also makes sense because he destroyed the elevator, and the best thing that I could think of how he destroyed the elevator was that he used his hamsters. He used his Dark Dev as a distraction to go inside and like fuck up the wiring system inside of the elevator. Soda? No, okay, let's be real here. This is Soda we're talking about. I think that if anything, Soda would just want to destroy Nekomaru with his own bare hands because he has the ability to do that. I mean, look at his face. You see it? You see? He's passing by. He could destroy the elevator. Yes, but he also knows that he probably could destroy, like, Nekomaru with his own bare hands. He doesn't need to, like, go to elaborate lengths to do that. Besides, even though he was passionate about wanting to do that, he's weirdly passionate about other things. Let's be real here. I've been spinning around for a while. I just realized. Oh, we're in suspension? No! Bring it back!
Hiya!
Oh, motherfucker. I haven't done that voice in a while. Hold on. Why, hello there! I thought of a brand new word to call Monomi! What? I can already tell you won't be pleased by this! Let me say it right away! I'm already used to insult and— oh, sorry. I'm already used to insult and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monomi is a serious Sufatly. Sufatly? What the fuck? That's more straightforward than I expected. Sufatly, huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all of the three that would be. Stufatly. Huh? There's a fat head in there. You didn't. I get the first part of the word now. But what the? You didn't notice that?
Okay, everyone, all together now.
Oh my gosh.
Monomi is a serious Stufatly.
Uh-huh. Maybe Monomi is hey, Tapwater. You know, you might not be wrong.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
It actually was going pretty decent until you decided to talk your mouth.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
You have a mental state?
My heart's thumping like crazy.
Uh-huh.
I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Okay, are you describing me? What the fuck?
Yeehaw!
Except for that part. I don't yeehaw.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Uh-huh.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to say frequently.
And stop breaking the fourth wall! Freaking nature.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
But that just means that anyone could access it if they play the roulette game. Wait, actually, that is how we get them. It's been like if anyone exposed themselves or like revealed like the escape room and or the roulette game. That's the question.
Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Chiaki, what the fuck, girl?
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
Anyone who beat the dead room. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, whoever slips up and, like, reveals a little bit of information about the room, then that's how you know.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
The roulette is just for Monokuma's side
But
prize.
is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
Okay.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes,
But now I believe that I'm better than this particular person who is now my enemy because I'm above him. And now I am now gonna be seen as better than everyone. Like, dude, pick a side.
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Specifically to you, Hajime, you piece of shit.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Bruh.
You say such falsehoods, per usual.
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
Interesting.
Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Okay. That's a little defensive, but okay.
I see.
Oh! Okay.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can.
I second that. I need to find out who killed my man.
Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane, please. Girl, keep your mouth shut and your zipper tied. Thank you.
Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
Have you ever done that, actually? Like had so much drool come out of your mouth that like looked like a waterfall? Just asking out of curiosity. Nagito, as usual, I cannot tell what he is thinking. I have no idea if he is serious or not. I'm gonna admit this once. He and I are actually practically on the same brain cell, and I don't like that.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
Okay, they used it as a weapon!
How they killed Nekomaru.
They used the elevator to boop, 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 boop. They killed him with the elevator by basically launching him up and launching him down like a freaking, what do you call the thing? A shaker? The shaker? You know? That. Hello, Scout 2025. Welcome back to Danganronpa 2. We're in the second one. Nagi Tiny was suppressed. What? I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Yeah, they shook him around in the elevator like a rag doll. Nekomaru's cause of death. He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with a blunt object, but if he was bitten with a blunt object, it would not have been a kill that utilized the building structure. So, what was Nekomaru's cause of death? Falling.
I see.
He was falling a lot.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Well, it's more than just falling. He was launched in the air, probably from the ground of the elevator, going whoop, and then dropped. So it's a mixture of both falling and being lifted off the ground tremendously. Like, as far as we know, they shook that man around like a freaking, like, tin can.
Died from falling?
Yeah. What's with the dots, though, sir?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected.
I'll be the ultimate comedian in Danganronpa 2, and in version 3, I'll be the ultimate anime gamer. Nice. The murder was a bit more diabolical. What the fuck?
Then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
They did more than that.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
It wasn't a push, they just put him in the elevator and went nuts. Wait, what about the rule though? That would pervade or not allow the like, if there's someone inside of the elevator, like, they're not, like, they can't move or function without it. So, did that mean then that because the person who beat the roulette game or whatever and, like, had that ability, like, all of a sudden then they, like, can basically push that boundary and be like, oh, this person's now in an elevator, let's just fucking let them go on a roller coaster ride and die. Non-organic is okay. But that's the thing. Nekomaru was technically a person. That's why they didn't allow him in there. That's why I'm confused. Nekomaru became Nekomaru. But yeah, but like, he was still a person.
That I don't know yet.
Hajime, you fucker.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method.
That was a little weird.
Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
The elevator.
It might be possible in the tower.
Yeah.
You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Yeah. You're overcooking just a little. Am I?
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Yeah.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Gundam, why are you being so... See, this is what I mean whenever I say that Gundam's acting a little odd. Like, he's acting a little odd, don't you think?
But my gut is going crazy right now.
My gut is going crazy too. It's telling me that something is up with Gundam. He knows something. And he's being weird with it. If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. And back into the game. Make your argument. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Good night button. Akane. Oh, gosh. Who are the accounts? Hold up. Akane's account. Fukiko's account. Ooh. Okay.
When
Okay.
the elevator is on the 1st floor,
Yeah.
you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
Yeah.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this?
Okay.
After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator,
Okay.
they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and
Yes.
made use of the drop.
Yes.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door
Wait,
won't open.
wait. What if they put her to sleep?
Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
No.
must
The
be the
button. The
threshold
good night
of that
button.
elevator.
Oh my gosh, I remembered. I remember the good night button. Okay. I need to restart this. Yeah. I got it. Shut up. Everyone just
When the
speed up.
elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th.
It'd be impossible to shove off the...
Then,
How about this?
after
Blah, blah,
locking
blah.
Nekomaru inside, they moved the elevator from the 4th and made use of the drop.
Yeah, you're right, Chiaki.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator?
You.
As long as there's a moving object inside.
Get out of here.
No,
They put her to
wrong.
sleep. Wait, that might be there's a hammer. Wait a minute. That might actually be because of the hammer.
Sensor should
Because
only
it's
work if
like a
something
little
is
like. Hold on. Shut up, you. Shoot bullets. This. Okay. This part here. It has like a little protector to keep someone from being able to push that button on the back of his neck. What if the killer took that sledgehammer, beat him in the head right there so that they could get access into the button and put him to sleep, and then while he was unconscious, this person went over and did the foop with the elevator and beat the shit out of him with it until he died. That is what I think. And something's up. It would be scuffed up. Would it though? Especially if you just make a little think. I don't know. I don't know sledgehammers that well, but the sledgehammers that I used, granted they're metal, they did nothing? But like, how could you access it whenever it had a protector?
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Oh, Nekomaru.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Yeah.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
Yes.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
Yep.
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they move the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
You're acting... Okay, that was a little too abrupt. That was a little weird.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
Hi, Golden! Nice to see you! So again, nobody save Akane, Nekomaru, and maybe Soda could have wielded that sledgehammer while Nora so badly. True. Very true. But if you're saying that nobody used the hammer, then there's no point in having the hammer there. It's just there to throw us all off. Any suspects? Somehow Gundam. Still thinking maybe Akane. And I would say Soda, but he's not really on my list. I don't really suspect Soda that much. My main focus is on Akane and Gundam somehow, in some weird way. I think so.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest.
Sonya!
Now you're calling me a pest?
She didn't even direct it towards you. You weren't even the one talking. Soda's death is wishful thinking. Yeah, a little bit. Especially with how hard he simps for Sonya. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Unless it could be Sonya. That would be interesting if it was Sonya too. Wire, goodnight button, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, new looking what? New looking hammer, chain, broken doorknob. Okay. Alright, let's try it.
If you arrange it a certain way,
Okay.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Yeah.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
That's the
Isn't it
hammer.
about time we went over the pillar again?
Yes.
What about the oil on the floor?
The floor.
Going up on the floor seems suspicious.
Okay, so I'm agreeing with someone here.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest.
Don't be so cold.
Huh.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Don't talk to me ever again, you fucker. Nekomaru's inside the elevator. How can you create a difference in elevation? Oh! What? What do you mean if they're inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation? It's an elevator! It speaks for itself! The whole purpose of an elevator is to lift up and down! What do you mean? What do you mean? How do you create a difference? The button!
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Yeah.
So you're telling us all
Oh, wait, I was supposed to copy that, wasn't I?
to think about the arrangement,
Okay.
right?
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious. Isn't it about time?
What about the oil on the
The doorknob on the floor.
How about we all shut up?
Silence. Don't...
What if I start to enjoy it?
Okay, shut up. Okay, let me just...
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Copy. Okay. Cause the drop.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Hammer's not it.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil
No,
on
wait,
the
that was
floor?
it.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
She's right, it is about the pillar. The pillar is what landed the final blow.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I don't like you. But the pillar was what landed the final blow.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
Doorknob,
so
I
you're telling
think?
us all
Why the doorknob?
to think about the arrangement, right?
The arrangement?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
I'll try it again. No. No, the pillar come out, maybe you throw the pillar and then you jump on top of it. Akane, no, that's not it, honey. Crap. That's what he was... The doorknob?
If you arrange it a certain way,
Brutal.
you can cause the drop within the elevator.
No! Oh my gosh, I didn't want to
So
shoot
you're
it.
telling us all
Shut
to
up.
think about the arrangement,
Shut
right?
up.
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it
Hammer.
about time we went over the pillar?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Oh, that's not it. All the wire scuff marks, remember? From the night when they illegal drop. Right, I forgot about the scuff marks.
If you
Wait, we gotta
land in a
add the
certain
wire
way,
then.
You can cause the drop
Broken
within
doorknob
the
for the wall.
elevator.
Okay.
So you're telling us all
Shut
to
up.
think about the arrangement.
That arrangement, the hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems
Sit, baby boy.
I agree with that.
And the high would make it lethal drop. Wire causing the drop. Okay.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it?
Did it? Hold on. Did it? I honestly, I'll be real. I don't remember that. Doorknob, 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 doorknob. Strange doorknob. Oh! Doorknob found under the tipped over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out and there's some scratch marks. Oh, right. We found it underneath the body. Right. Right, we found it underneath Nekomaru. Okay, keep going.
That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Okay. Hello, Noodle Bye. I just got here. Can you do a mini recap of the trial? Okay, yeah, sure. I can try my best. Nekomaru was killed. We are trying to figure out who killed him right now. We were trapped in a building that we believe was the fun house. We originally thought that the fun house was like a weird horizontal direction with like 2 buildings connected via this one tower, but it comes to find out that actually they were stacked on top of each other and they were just connected through the tower, and then the elevator went like a whole like 180 degrees in a weird slant angle. So we figured that out, and then we also figured out a couple of other things. And what else? We are just now figuring out why the purpose of the door handle was found underneath Nekomaru's dead body. We also figured out that clearly somebody won the game of the ultimate death game or whatever, and they now have the ability to control the fun house. We figured that out because of Nagito, who decided to get a little bit overly confident. The final dead room. Thank you to Kitty. And then, so someone has figured out how to play and finish the final dead room and now has the ability to control the fun house and use it to their advantage. So we know that they used Nekomaru, put him to sleep with the sleep button, and they basically just like ragdolled him in the elevator until he died. And now we're trying to figure out about like how he could have been still like technically do this. Hopefully that makes sense.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Probably.
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Thanks, so cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you understand what I was talking about.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob.
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Oh my gosh! They like hung this man!
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Oh my gosh, that's so fucked up!
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode.
Oh my gosh!
Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor.
Oh my gosh!
With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower.
This is so messed up! Nagito's evil. Valid. I will agree with that. Oh my
And suspended
fucking
Nekomaru
gosh!
in midair.
That's right. He was so well hung. Kinda like.
You better not finish that sentence.
Don't ever! No!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves.
Oh my
By
god!
doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Sonya, shut up! Or Soda! I don't know why I called you Sonya. What the fuck?
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Sonya, can you tell your man to shut the fuck up, please? Or your simp? Your weird following simp fanboy?
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall?
What was it that Sonya said? Silence, you pets! Yeah, we'll do that. Silence, fucking pest. Like, shut up. Also, am I looking at Nagito's hair right now?
Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
Dude, you're kidding. Rebuttal showdown, let's go. Okay, wire, tipped over pillar. You're looking for fragments, timer. Okay. Okay.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off.
Can
no way they could do that.
I not? Hello? Oh, I have no more cuts? Uh-oh. I agree with Kazuchi is wondering. It seems certain difference in the elevator inside that it was used by tomorrow. I need to find the answer and counter Kazuchi's
Even if they
remarks.
suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push
I've never
him
had a
off.
limit before.
There's no way they could do that.
Okay, cool. We're good.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off.
Okay, doorknob. Got it.
It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yeah, probably because he was in a
What?
panic.
Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
It's not that it's impossible. Panic after sleep mode, he'd have to wake up. True. You're right on that one. Evidence that should be able to break Kazuchi's remarks.
What?
I think it just might be
Nekomaru fell on
because...
his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
No, not that one. It was the first one.
Crap.
It was because of the weight.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Yes! He did though, because like the weight of that giant machine of a man, like, is too much for that door handle to, like, literally that door handle to handle. It just snapped. It couldn't hold the weight anymore, and he just went pew, pew, because it couldn't handle the weight. That's why it was crushed under him. Oh, fuck off. Come on. Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on it. Nekomaru should have still been... If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop.
Oh, fuck. I'm in danger zone?
Moving
How
the
am I in
elevator with
danger?
Nekomaru inside.
Fuck. Retreat. Retreat! Oh my gosh, you killed me. The only thing that could wake him up is his radio clock. Yeah, but his radio clock didn't even go up.
Even if they
Or
suspended
go
Nekomaru
off.
from a... How would they make him fall?
Shut up.
There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
Fuck. Okay, we're good.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Yes.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Mm-hmm.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Yeah.
If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
Nope. It's possible. These cuts we just need to figure out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. If I use the 7, he should be able to cut through the door. Oh my gosh. He reset his alarm so that he wasn't in sleep mode. Oh!
Nekomaru fell on his own?
Wait, that didn't work. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, Kazuichi.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Okay.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
He was, though. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm not agreeing with you. Counterhand with Nekomaru's clock and whenever he says Nekomaru should have been in sleep mode.
Crap.
But I just did.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Oh, wait, the timer.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Shut up!
Allow me to cut through those
Thank you, Golden, but this man needs to shut the fuck up. I'm tired of him talking. For once,
What do
I'm
you
tired
think
of him
would
talking. At
happen if
first, I thought
Nekomaru
maybe I
woke
could
up
like
while he
this
was
guy, but
suspended
now I just
upside
want him to
down
shut
in
the
midair?
fuck up.
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm! He has a human body alarm!
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was on, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
There!
Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
There's no more speaking lines for cause we just sweet. That man can shut up.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
You panic.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot,
Yep.
right?
Just in the corner, wait to be called on to Sonya. I was making a suggestion, not a statement.
Your body would
Oh.
start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
I thought it was gonna be literally he wasn't talking anymore. I would have been very excited.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Or break with him, because I wouldn't be able to handle the weight of, like, what? Let's say, like, 900 pound? Because he's a robot, he's a machine, but the point still stands. Well, like, actually, his character himself is, like, what, 600 pounds? Man is buff as fuck. I'm wrong. I don't know why the hell I said 600. I'm so sorry. He's 268 pounds, okay? That's a big man. And he's 6'4". He's a big man. He's my big man. Well, he was. I miss him.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yep. Not that, but I'm not saying he was fat, random user. I'm not saying that at all. He's muscle. What the fuck do you mean? He ain't fat. He is muscle. That man is pure muscle, and I would like to explore every inch of it, okay? Stop.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
Plus, he's in a robot body right now. So, robot, machine, metal, weighs a lot.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Yes.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Yep.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Probably not.
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer did not expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... Oh, Nekomaru! My man! In that case, I should use my full power! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all of his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Clatter, 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 clatter. Not yet. Here comes the incredible strength of 1 billion horsepower. I miss him. Wait, isn't that creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. He accidentally destroyed it himself. If that was really what it was, then that is the clue Nekomaru left for us to find. Nekomaru!
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
He didn't know.
Yeah. It appears
Now
it's
you just
as
alright.
Miss
Shut the
Sonia
fuck up.
said.
That man needs to leave me alone. I need him never to talk to me again. Especially since right now he literally doesn't even like me anymore. He's like, oh, you're a piece of scumbag because you're just a freaking like second character. You're literally the extra person.
I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig.
You are what you ate. And also your hair is pink, so makes sense.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
No! No! I don't like this.
No, I believe you gave your all.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell? Don't worry about it, Scott. Don't worry about it.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Dude, what the fuck? He was 3 seconds shy of self-realization. He really was, until he was like, oh, this could be turned into something kinky. What the fuck?
He gets off on this.
He does, way too much. Also, Fuyuhiko, my sweet little boy!
So
I
thanks
haven't been
to
able
that
to give
alarm,
him any acknowledgement. I
Nekomaru
love my
ended
sweet
up
baby boy
falling while he was still
Fuyuhiko.
hanging upside down.
Yes.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yep. He accidentally he had to have hit that pillar first. That does not mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. He hit the pillar. The moment Nekomaru fell onto the floor, the only thing I could think of that happened was cola came out of his eyes. He collided with the pillar.
I see.
He hit the pillar!
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Yeah.
Finally, the pillar!
Yes, Akane, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
Yeah, because it's blood.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Yeah?
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
I think it's a mixture of both, to be honest. It just happened to be it was a coincidence, but it just happened to play into the killer's favor.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
It has to be one of the guys. Wait, it has to be one of the guys, actually. Because the only ones who were there were the boys. They were in the red room. They were in the strawberry room, right? So the only ones that it could have been was Fuyuhiko, Gundam, and Kazuichi. But I really don't think it's Fuyuhiko. He is not only just because he's my sweet baby boy and I really need to spend more time with him, but also because, he was awake since 5 o'clock in the morning and he was like by himself just chilling in the room, and then the alarm went off, then woke up Kazuichi and Gundam. I don't think it's Nagito. He's way too determined about this, which is very strange and very first for me, but yeah. So it's either Gundam or Kazuichi. I still don't think it's Kazuichi, because he would have been probably doing other things to Nekomaru, so the only person I could think of suspecting is Gundam. And I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a little break for a minute. I'll be back in a bit. Hopefully you guys had a nice chat amongst yourselves. Okay. Hello. Let's get back into this. Okay, so I think Gundam did it, but it could possibly be Soda. I really don't think my little adorable child, my sweet boy, look at him! Look at my sweet boy, he's so cute! Fuyuhiko! We love Fuyuhiko, okay? I don't think he would have done it. But Gundam and Kazuichi, yeah. I can see it. Gundam, for some reason, more so than Kazuichi, but hello. Hello, Noodlevai. Hello, Tapwater. Okay. Clue that will lead to the killer. Well, we all know that it's a guy because they were hung from the strawberry room, and then the grape room was below us.
Then what about the alarm?
That must have been to help wake him up.
I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Don't call him that! He's my sweet comfort character, shut up!
Stop calling me Baby Gangsta!
Would he get mad if I called him Baby Gangsta? Now I'm curious.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Yeah?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Because we're in a 2-hour time difference.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
It's the alarm that went off. Fuyuhiko has too big of a character arc to die. Yeah, that too. He's also my comfort character and I refuse to let him die, okay?
Now that you mention it, so did I.
Yeah.
There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
Tower's so big across his time zones. How the fuck? What the hell?
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
Would you like to know a disturbing fact about Fuyuhiko's voice actor? Should I be scared? Like, what do you mean disturbing? What do you mean disturbing? Should I be concerned? Should I be scared? What do you mean disturbing, Golden? What do you mean, honey? What do you mean?
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed.
Okay, I want to say yes, but I'm really like, I'm actually scared about what it could be. Because depending on what it is, I might end up just being like, I might have to make an interruption to just block that comment. So I'm gonna say no. Because depending on what it is, I don't think I want to know. The only question I have is, does it have something to do with probably illegal things and or very unsettling things? Because if so, if it falls into that category, the answer is no. Is it like the Genshin child grooming thing? What? No. No, not this shit. Not that debate. This is what a bad person. Damn it! Why did... Okay.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Because of the time zone! They changed the clock!
That's what I want to know.
It's a clock. Another mystery I do not understand. It is not that hard to figure out, Hajime. Do we need to learn about clocks and how time works too? It is just one after another. I cannot choke up at the time like this. Just a little more and I will be able to reach the truth, buddy. Oh my gosh, dude. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction, dude. Now when that happened and Gundam's voice actor and also voiced the Genshin character also made a PSA to things we were looking at the voice actors because he's so base. Huh? Huh? Oh, Jesus. That sounds wild. Good night, button for his account. Wall clock. Wall clock. Wall clock. I think it's the wall clock. Because the wall clock... Pause. Before you start talking, Sonya, even though I saw you make an immediate, like, flippy switch, where was the thing about the wall clock? 5:30 a.m. the alarm of the wall clock went in the lounge strawberry house second floor started going off. Fuyuhiko was lounge when the coincidence and man shut off the alarm. Kazuichi and Gundam rushed to the lounge after being alerted by the sound. Nagito was apparently the only one who did not go near it. Okay. It's either the wall clock or Fuyuhiko's account. Also what I'm talking about in Discord. Okay, thank you, miss. He saw Nekomaru walking towards the first floor of the Strawberry House at 5 a.m. It wasn't, it was 7 a.m. It was the actual time at 7 a.m. Wait! That's why he went to go to Tai Chi! This just gets sadder and sadder the more I realize it! Motherfuckers, you killed him because you convinced him that you were like 2 hours ahead whenever you're Tai Chi! Oh, you assholes! You assholes!
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
It was.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably did some tampering.
Nekomaru had a clock that couldn't be
It
wrong.
probably
You're
messed with
right.
the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
You're not
That's
wrong.
gotta be it!
No, actually, that's the contradiction. The wall clock was set for 5:30 whenever it went off. It was, or for some reason, the wall clock was set 2 hours ahead.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
You're right.
But the alarm inside was set for 7:30 a.m.
You're not wrong,
Nekomaru
sweetie.
died because of
His time of death and the time the body was. One of those must be an illusion.
You're right. You're not wrong on that either.
That's with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
It wasn't the chest. It's clock through caused it to be wrong. Damn it! But it.
We headed for Great Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Radio clock.
But
Wait,
the alarm
hold
is-
on. What was the radio clock? Was that in his body? Clock, alarm, timer, radio clock. Oh, right. Okay, so it was Akane being wrong because of the radio clock.
Was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm.
His time of death and one of those must be an illusion.
Killer probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
You're wrong.
No, that's wrong.
You're wrong. They mess with the alarms on the clocks in the building.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
Yes.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Yes.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
It's all of the funhouse clocks.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Yes.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
What human's testimony? Mine?
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Yep.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh, what a blush! I hate to think that it's you, but like, all right.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
Okay. This time-related contradiction. I do not think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There was no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Someone tampered with all the clocks! Perhaps we have overlooked something. Maybe we are misunderstanding something. Think. If I focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Oh, fucking hell. Logic dive again? I like his design because he looks like my little brother. Aww. Wee! 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 We're back to the run game. Okay. How did Hajime and the others understand murder happened the time in the building? I know the music's trying to be like very intense, and I'm just like. Ah! That should have landed. What do you mean? Reminds me of the cool math games. It does. And I like that. I will say it is a little nostalgic in that way. Hey! Oi! I did it. Okay, which clock was tampered with? Both. Look at him jiggle. Whee! Oh, it wasn't? The building's clock? What do you mean? It was... What? I was saying it was both of the buildings. Oh. Okay. I guess both was referring to like literally both. Okay. I'm good. I'm chill. Hell yeah. Let's go. And now we just gotta dodge this. We're good. Alright. Whee! Question 3. Which house had the wrong time? Both. Whee! Oh, shit. Oh, we're done. Yay! The other option was Nekomaru's clock. Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Also, I find it interesting that this time they had 3 options. Cool.
Coming together.
Yeah! We thought brain cells!
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, because Nagito asked him to. And he came up with both of them showed the exact same time. To make it more challenging. I wouldn't say it's challenging, but it is more interesting.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
Uh-huh.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
Exactly.
What? All the clocks?
Mm-hmm.
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
Yep.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Exactly. Nagito, don't act like you didn't know that. You knew. You fucking knew.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
Whoa. Okay.
This is truly fantastic!
What?
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
2 hours. She is right. That is the main problem. I need to clarify how much the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. 2 hours. Let me in. One of his brain cells already burned up because he had to learn in an octagon was. Because of that moment, the entire fandom basically believes that Hajime sucks at geometry. You know, I will believe it. That is definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, we got Blushing Gundam! Hi! Akane's account, Fuyuhiko's account, contract elevator, Nagito's sudden appearance, timer.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Uh-huh.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Uh-huh.
The time of death.
Uh-huh.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yes.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
5:30.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Yeah, the alarm.
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
But it did! The riddle in Japanese is non-obvious. This is a Japanese translation issue. What? Oh. Oh, okay. I was so confused with what I was reading. I got it. Okay.
If the time in the building was all messed up,
Uh-huh.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death.
Not true.
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would set in our time?
Are there any clues that can... If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Okay.
It would have been a great clue.
Or to scream.
Don't say scream like that.
The type to let out a scream?
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
The clock's
There's no point
alarm.
in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Okay, for once I think I'm actually gonna have to agree with Kazuichi.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's
Am I gonna have to
time of
agree with
death.
Kazuichi?
It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, in our time.
Are there any clues that... If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great...
Or to scream.
He's not the type to...
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough.
But it is! An alarm, but it came from the clock in the lounge. I don't even know what Nekomaru's alarm sounds like.
Damn it!
But... The word for Ajigan does not have octant, and Nagito uses the word to confuse you. You have to think barely on the octopus. Oh! You have to agree with Sonya. Sonya? Why do I have to agree with Sonya?
If the time in the building was all messed up,
I'm also gonna die soon, probably.
then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death, which clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yeah.
The problem is, what time in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to... If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Wait, we did though.
It
Wait,
would have been a...
wait, what were the accounts? Rambling noise at around 5:30. Akane. We have Akane. Okay, cool.
Or you scream.
Shut up. And stop with the
We
screaming.
would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Bloodhound Akane clutch. It really was.
If the time in the building was,
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's.
the time of, which clearly 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, but that's also
In
because...
our time.
Are there any clues that... If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Yes.
It would have been a
No!
clue.
Or you scream.
He's not the type...
Only We would have heard it too.
There's no point in if does
That's
not
fine.
exist in this world.
It's fine. I'm on the floor a minute, but it's fine.
If the time in the building was, then we can only rely on Nekomaru.
The time of, which clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is in our time.
Are there any clues that... If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Yes. Yes. Yes, we did. There's a Hangman's Gambit approaching. Again? The next option is the killer select. Oh, fucker.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Yeah.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
Yeah.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonya?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
What? What do you mean you didn't hear it at all, Sonya?
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
Sonya?
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
Sonya?
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Uh-oh, because her Nagito had an edge over everyone else.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Uh-oh.
Huh? You can tell?
Hi, silly! I saw you,
instantly
by the way. I
woke
saw
up
the
and left
hay.
my room.
Hi,
And
silly
that's when I
underscore
saw the
bleh.
clock in the lounge.
Silly bleh. Remember, Nagito did not hear it either. Yeah, but he's Nagito. I assume a lot of things about him. Name me a fictional character for an ed. I'm gonna do SpongeBob. I'm in this game right now, so I guess Gundam. I'm a fan. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Also, hello, Venus Rose.
Excellent work, Akane.
Okay. If that rumbling sound we heard at 5:30 a.m. is like the answer to how much our time was off, 2 hours. 2 hours, like I've been saying!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
He learned math, guys! He did subtraction! Woo! We got it!
2 hours? That much?
Yeah.
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Yep. Tiny screamed into the void of Hajime's mind, only Nagito can hear. I'm pretty sure Nagito probably just laughed inside of himself whenever he heard me say that Hajime can do math.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
I'm just a little tiny voice in the back of his mind that's just screaming at him.
However, For what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Yep. I can't do math. You can. You can figure out what 5 plus 5 is. Lure out only Nekomaru.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone,
10.
right?
See? There you go, silly. You got 10. You know what 5 plus 5 is. You can do math. Woo! I'm sort of a math geek. Interesting, random user. Interesting. Just fuzz your hamsters. You keep making yourself feel guilty. He does.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing you with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure only Nekomaru, then that specific thing is the clock's alarm. Monokuma's Tai Chi.
I see.
I mentioned that earlier, right?
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
Yeah.
How did they use it?
Why do you want to know? And what's with the sweat, sir? I see a little form of sweat beating down your head. Interesting.
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right?
I'm taking basic calculus. Dude! I would love to learn some calculus, please. I would take calculus classes over my accounting class. Okay, accounting is I don't like it. I can't do it. I cannot do this. People who do accounting as a daily life, how in the world do you do it? Because I cannot. Okay, I can't. I'm in an accounting class right now, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Do it, trust me. But I don't need a calculus class.
But if they mess with all the
problem.
clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
Fuck us up.
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru.
Nope.
His radio clock had the exact time.
Yep.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Okay, I don't mean to be rude. Hold on. The way that Nagito just said "that's right" sounded so condescending, like, good job, you figured it out. You're a little slow to the game, but congratulations, guys. Let's welcome Hajime for making it on time. Like, that's just the vibe he just gave whenever he said that. Stop being so condescending, asshole.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
I could not do accounting, it's so boring. I cannot understand it. I was in a lesson, like one of the lessons that we did, and like the type of way that we're learning it is so bullshit that whenever I was like, we were in class, but we were trying to like do these practice assignments, I couldn't understand it so much. I was on the brink of tears with rage because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing. It was horrible. I was like, I called my parents. I literally like ran to my mom and ranted to her. I was like, hey, I have a problem. I want to rant for a minute to you. She's like, what's up? And I was like, accounting is bullshit. And I explained my problem with it. And she was just like, oh, I see. Yeah. I had never felt rage. I was like, I now understand what it feels like whenever people say they don't like math. I get it now because I, for once, don't enjoy this. So yeah, it's great. I'm taking personal finance next year. Woo! Personal finance, let's go!
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Yep.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Stop trying to confirm with yourself. That's pretty much it. You know it to be true.
At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
He was. I used to do it all the time as a kid, and then I got bullied, so now I never cry in public. I don't like to cry in general. I also didn't want to cry in the middle of class. Like, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion, but I am hella embarrassed about that shit, so I don't do it.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
What words?
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Huh? I did that all the time as a kid. Oh, right. Jeez, how outrageous. I didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. Oh, right. But it turned out like it was this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. Right.
you said everyone, you were including us, right?
Yeah.
We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Yeah, it was 9:30 in the morning.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fall?
Wrong! Too bad.
Puts her, like, drops her into a pit of piranhas.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Does she actually like this? Like, dude, I feel like she actually likes this, and that's a weird thing to think about.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Well, we know it's a guy because it happened in the strawberry room. Huh? Do not tell me you don't fucking figure this out, Hajime.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
He's not freaking lying. He's being truthful.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Yeah.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You have answers, buddy. Reveal them.
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Yes.
Alarm?
Yep.
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off.
Uh-huh.
Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is.
It was a timer. Yeah.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Oh! So, oh my gosh, the killer was trying to suspect it was Nagito! He was gonna have the alarm beat as an alibi. Oh, that means it actually would have been Gundam or Soda because they both woke up because of the alarm going off, and the only one who didn't wake up for the alarm going off was Nagito. But wait, hold on. What room did Sonya get? Did she get one of the nicer rooms? Because if they get the nice rooms, then that probably means that somehow the nice rooms kind of like get guarded off or walled off from like the noise. You know, the deluxe rooms. Thank you, Golden. So they both got the deluxe rooms. So that means Sonya didn't hear anything because she has the best room, which probably has like delicious, good soundproof walls. Same thing with Nagito, since they both got the deluxe room. The other person who also got the deluxe room was Nekomaru, but Nekomaru is now dead. And then, so the other rooms did not have soundproof, which is how it woke up, quote unquote, woke up Soda and the other guy. So they came into the room, which also means that Nagito, quote unquote, didn't have an alibi. Whenever he does, he was just knocked the fuck out because he had the best room in the building. Oh, for once your luck came back to bite you in the ass because now you're being seen as a suspect, and I'm gonna have to prove and bail you out. Damn it.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
Yeah, technically Nagito because he didn't hear it, but now I have to bail his ass out for once.
Remember.
Yeah.
Sound was so
I'm
loud I
betting
couldn't hear
Gundam.
bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Dude.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Oh boy. It's whoever does not have an alibi for that time, right? There's no way that it's Hajime. It's I can't believe I'm saying this. It's not him though.
You're the only one!
Motherfucker.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
But it's not Nagito. I can't believe I have to be this way and have to do this. But it's not. Oh my god, it's not him though. I know it's not him. Motherfucker, you need to defend yourself because I'm gonna try to defend your ass, but yeah, I can only go halfway on this one, buddy.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe I had to fucking bail this motherfucker out of here.
It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
Tiny protecting her man. No, I'm not protecting him. I'm just... Fine.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy.
Yeah.
You weren't in your room, were you?
He was!
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
Oh my gosh. If he's gonna try to be like, yeah, you're right, I am the killer, ha 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 ha, again, I'm going to slap, I'm gonna walk across this freaking stage here, and I'm gonna bitch slap him so fucking hard, dude.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
I don't know what that is, but that sounds interesting. I kind of want to see what that is.
If I may be frank,
Oh?
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
Oh?
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Uh-huh.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Yep. He couldn't.
You're definitely fucking lying.
Nope. Ultimate Ultimate Nagito slap. Oh my gosh.
However, that is also true for me.
Yeah, but you guys both got the fanciest rooms.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
You guys got the best rooms. Can we summon those shakes? No.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes
I was
for
going to
me
say, I'm like,
too.
wait a minute. In my mind, I was thinking Chiaki also got the luxurious room. Huh. Yeah.
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But
Nope.
it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Yet, because of the soundproof in the rooms. They're the best rooms. They probably got soundproof, so that way you don't hear a lot of good shit. Nagito would probably rather do it himself. Nope. I'm gonna be stubborn on that one. Look, man, I might not like the motherfucker, but I'm not gonna tell him to do that. I'm actually gonna, like, do everything to make sure he doesn't do that, which is bullshit, but you know.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
It means I didn't hear it.
You still don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I know! I figured it out a while ago! Let me fucking speak! Let me out of this head! The only people who did not hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sanya, and Chiaki. The secret is, what do these three have in common? Could this also be the secret to what points to the killer? It does. Hangman's Gambit! Alright. What were they called? Deluxe rooms? DLUX. Okay. Okay. Deluxe rooms. Thank you. Okay. I need L's. I need this one. DL. I need a U. What am I seeing over there that's like going nuts? DELUX. I need a U. There we go. And now I need an X. And then I need an E. There we go. I would have gotten deluxe, but I would not have gotten that E. R. O. There's an O. O. I need an M. I need an M. I need an M. Oh, wait. S. There were so many S's there. Why were there so many S's? I was just so focused on pushing the button. Okay, anyway.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe room, right?
Yep.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof that has excellent air installation. The standard room may have so-and-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the credit room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
Yeah, they're the best rooms in the whole room. Well, come on.
I actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
One punch. That's all I ask. One punch. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. One punch and that's it. Like, you actually noticed that nice catch? I had that figured out, buddy. I just have to deal with this dumbass because he can't figure it out. Motherfucker doesn't even know fucking geometry and I have to deal with this. I have to be in control of this motherfucker. If it were up to me, I would be going through this a lot smoother and you actually might actually be quiet for once. I'm fine. I'm good. Sorry, neighbor.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Oh gosh, frame it this way. He's talking to Hajime, not you. True. Very true.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Because it helps bring out the attention of 2 other suspects. It narrows it down to really 2.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Yeah, there's 2 suspects.
Decisive factor?
Well, it's not you, because you had no idea. Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means. Do you? Do you? I don't think you do, buddy. I don't think you do. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Now we actually select the real killer. I'm sorry, I'm throwing this suspicion out there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mist. I have to ask. I need to know. I can't.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with that?
Gundam.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Gundam.
Why were you able to hear it?
Gundam.
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right?
Gundam.
Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it.
Gundam.
So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Gundam.
Now that you mention it.
Gundam?
Gundam.
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam. Buddy, come on.
Gundam. You have some sort of explanation, right?
Sonya, I hate to tell you this, honey. It's not.
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while.
Right,
Am I correct?
because like even what's his name had the ability to go into the grape lounge, so that would also make sense for him to also be able to make it into the strawberry lounge, but he couldn't because Fuyuhiko was preventing him from making a good escape way in. Oh no.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right?
Oh no.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
No.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest. The killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Yep.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
Yep.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Oh, this sucks. Why couldn't it have been soda? It would have been great if it was soda, but sadly it's not going to be soda.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Yep.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
Yep.
And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Nope.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Yep, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms.
Yep.
After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi.
It would have been turned red silicon. It would have failed you to inspire in the level. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge.
Yep. Oh.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Yep. What was the voice for Kazuichi again? Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus is louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld bellowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly. Right, I forgot that.
Why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out.
Yeah.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
Yep.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Wow, Nagito being condescending to Gundam is kind of interesting to see.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Including all 4 of your dark devas of distraction? Let's see. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2, so you have 10 ears.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears.
I did quick math, unlike Hajime.
That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Uh-huh.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Fuyuhiko, chill out, honey. Calm down.
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
His nervous face is actually kind of cute. I don't know why, but it is.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Honey.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
Ooh! Chucky got her there!
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out.
Stop!
Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
Why is he being so straightforward with it? Also, why are you trying to say hold on a sec? We already figured it out. We know the answer. It doesn't matter at this point. We'll either determine whether we win or we lose, and that the killer is gonna win or lose. we're gonna vote on who we think it is, Gundam, and then that'll be the end of it. There is no holding on a sec. We're either right or we're wrong. And if we die, we die. That is literally the only end discussion.
You know, Hajime,
Oh,
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
oh?
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce.
Uh-huh.
Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Bruh.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Okay, you know, valid. Nagito's trying to avenge a cinema roll. Hajime's just trying to stroke his self-importance. Yeah, I feel that. I get that. That's why I was like, either we do this and we win, and this is just the end of it, or just shut up. Like, that's just it. We're gonna die or we're gonna live. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. We have very solid reason as to why we think it's this person, so therefore we vote, and that's the end of it. And he's just like, no, hold on. I'm like, shut up.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Hajime, can that wait? Can we wait till after this trial before we have this conversation, please? I want to vote, get my revenge, let him die, and then go home. Or back to my hotel room, or whatever the hell I am.
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder.
Uh-huh.
What actually happened? Did you discover something?
He's gonna pull out the book, isn't he? Oh, what's with the smirk, sir?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Okay.
You said opening act again!
Monokuma's gonna get mad. You're gonna die.
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
Sonya, honey, make your vote and we leave. We walk away.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Oh no.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
It's... okay.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
My only question at this point, and no offense, is that, like, this is genuinely a question. Is Sonya gonna take care of his hamsters now? Or are the hamsters gonna die with him? I'm genuinely asking. I'm very concerned about his Dark Devas of Destruction because they didn't really do anything wrong. They're just little guys.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor.
Yes. You're really dragging this out, aren't you?
From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct?
Yeah.
Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Oh my gosh, really?
Let's see. The contact elevator was broken.
It's the same thing about how Nagito was able to get into the grape area.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Okay.
Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side.
Yeah.
If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
Dude.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
No. Gundam. You were sitting there in silence trying to process about what kind of excuse you're gonna make, which also just helped indicate that you are guilty. So, stop.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
No, it's clearly right. Just let me explain and it will be over.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
No, it is decided, Kazuichi. I'm gonna destroy this man.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
I think I can, actually. I think I very, 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 very much can. I just don't want to do it because I actually kind of liked you a little bit, alright? I'll be real. I thought you were kind of fun and you were kind of cool and you and your little hamsters were adorable, but now for this? That is wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's whenever a contradiction is born. There is no such thing as a contradiction that cannot be overcome. Where is...
That elevator was.
Where's the thing about Nagito? Or, yeah, Nagito? You don't have it? But I need Nagito to set an appearance. That's the key.
The only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken,
Buddy,
your assumption collapses.
it's not.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
No, it
It would have
is.
been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Yes, that's what
How
I
much
need.
longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Contradiction is something obviously wrong. There's no contradiction I cannot shoot through. But that's a little bold to say. Everyone's hope.
elevator
Come on,
was-
buddy. We already have someone who has the hope there.
The only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Has something to do with elevator.
Plus, the elevator was
I do have to absorb that. Absorb what?
broken at Grape House.
What?
if the killer cannot
Absorb
return
a
to
Connie
Strawberry
statement.
House,
Oh, okay.
Since I was at
She
Strawberry,
talked?
there's no question that the following crime is
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Oh, right.
How much longer do you plan to? Why don't we stop this already?
Okay. That makes sense. Can we shut the fuck up, Hajime, and keep moving?
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Okay.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
Okay.
if the killer cannot return to
Since I was at Strawberry House, there's no question that the following crime is
It
impossible.
would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
There is a
How
secret
much
passageway.
longer do you plan to? Why don't we stop this already?
Okay, so secret tunnel, secret tunnel through this building. There's a secret, secret,
elevator
secret,
was
secret
The only means of travel
tunnel.
between the two houses.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, we're good.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Yeah.
Such a method does not exist.
Such a method does exist, actually. I can attest to that. We have this motherfucker over
Then
here.
why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Yep. I don't like to do it. Hey, asshole, let's go. I need your account.
Nagito, you should know.
Of course he should know.
What are you talking about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about, sweetheart. Just fess up already.
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Bingo! No, Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's
That
a
was not
secret
the voice.
passage
It's fine.
connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House.
Yep,
Isn't that right?
yep.
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
Shut up. Shut up, dude.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Bingo.
At after I opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
Oh. Interesting.
Meaning the 3rd floor and the 4th floor are actually connected.
Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations, Akane. You figured it out.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
Yep.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Yep.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Infinity Unlimited Flame.
However, what if the killer
Love
was
that.
unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
Bullshit. It was obvious. It had a scary clown painted on it. What do you mean?
There's no way they didn't know.
Exactly, honey.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
What?
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
There's no way I can stop. I have too much scrutiny.
You say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Then get angry, motherfucker. Let's go. Let's fight. Let's go. Okay.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you
How
to
can
the
I not?
vile deities?
Oh, right. I can do angles. I forgot that. His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he does not outspace me.
Even if the
I'm
turbid box
trying!
doesn't
I can't slice great!
You could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole.
The fact that I have to use, like...
Frail I say. Your decayed illusion.
I have to, like, angle, like, 2 buttons at the same time and, like, time them exactly right. Otherwise, I do not hit. Why are you not... Oh, fuck. I used them all. Fine.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Dear Lord. Do I have to get all of these words? I gotta, like, dual finger this shit? That was so wrong. I'm so sorry. I have to use both hands for this. This is bullshit.
Even
Okay.
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh gosh. You're cooked. I apparently am. Fuck.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Let me slice your ass! Oh my god! I can't do this. Fuck, I actually have to, like, focus the buttons. Using one slash to get a bunch or in a line. I'm trying! And it's the thing, I'm trying. I can't do it though because some of them you have to do at, like, an upward angle, which requires literally having to push 2 buttons at the exact same time. And you have to get the timing just right to hit them. Otherwise, it's not gonna count. You're either gonna go up or you're gonna go sideways. There's not really, you have to, like, time both times to get a diagonal. Which is what makes this bullshit. Okay, it's
Even
fine.
if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Fucking hell.
Back down!
What? Shit! I was not ready that I had to grab my mouse.
Even if the turbid
Fuck.
box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Fucking hell! Oh my gosh.
I already proved the secret
Fucking
passage
hell.
exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to read. Trying to provide evidence that the killer went to the Octagon. Correct? If that is the case, then I should have to do it. The key that dwells in the light that will break through the
Know
darkness.
the limits of
Oh,
your own
fuck.
reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in
I
the
can't
light.
fucking do this! I'm trying to figure out which alarm it was.
Know the limits of your own reasoning.
Wire. Good night button. Broken
You say
doorknob.
the killer
Radio
went
clock.
to the Octagon.
Pillar
Bark,
fragments.
you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key
Fuck.
which dwells in the light.
Fuck. The wire? Why the wire? How the wire? Did he grab the wire
Know
from the thing?
limits of
From the
your own
room?
reasoning. You say the
Fucking
killer
let me
went to
slice!
the Octagon.
Sorry.
Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blood.
Shut the fuck up,
Cut
please.
through those words.
Where did they get the wire from? Oh, meanwhile, this
Wire
whole time
used
I
to
was thinking
string
they
up
got it from
Nekomaru's body.
Gundam. Or they got it from Nekomaru. I thought Nekomaru had it.
The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
You grabbed such lame weapons, dude!
The only place I can think of is the Octagon.
Yeah.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
Okay.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yep.
Seems this is the end.
So, can we call it a day now?
Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case.
Oh my gosh, really?
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Oh my gosh, I love this. For once, I actually like this. This is the time where Nagito is flat out like, all right, can we just like cut to the cake, please? Like, get the voting done, get this motherfucker out of here. We're finally cutting through all of the extra bullshit of fluffiness and getting to the real meat and potatoes of this shit. I love it. Thank you, Nagito. Only time I'm gonna say that ever.
Hey, what are you...
Shut up!
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru.
Yes.
The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point.
I'm not
So he
even
tried
clicking.
going
This
over
is
to
awesome.
Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place.
I like
Also,
this.
the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
Nagito really said, fuck you, I'm the protagonist now. I'm okay with that. That means I got to sit back for a minute and just be an NPC player. And for a moment, I was fine with it. I just sat there happily like, yep, you're right, keep going, yep, cool, we're good, yep, I was just happily listening along. Yes, I'm okay with it. You can be the protagonist now, man. My character doesn't need to be the protagonist. He's not worthy enough. Let's go.
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Please do.
this. Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Oh my gosh, I love that! That was awesome! Tiny likes when Nagito takes control. Shut up! Don't do that! Don't add fuel to the fucking ship! Don't add fuel to the ship, man! Don't let it go!
Hold on! You, what did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Honey, calm down. Also, the voice actor for that line, really good.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
I am very curious on how he was able to maintain his voice for that line. Like, that's wild. I liked it.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
Oh!
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all!
Enlighten us then. What do we not understand, honey?
Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
Okay, then explain to me what your motive was. How about that? We can start with that example. Maybe, just maybe, theory here, maybe you really cared about your Dark Devils of Destruction so much that whenever they actually ran out of food and you were desperate to feed them and give them food and substance rather than yourself, you had to kill Nekomaru to achieve that goal. You wanted to keep providing for your adorable little Dark Devils of Destruction. That's what I think.
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
That's concerning.
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet.
Well, you're going to have to soon, buddy. That sounds so bad. I'm so sorry.
I cannot finish!
Again, voice actor, buddy, please. I would love to have a conversation about how you were able to maintain your voice for this and not hear your voice like break. I want to know, like, what is the control you guys have?
What do you intend to do?
As sort of voice actor, I can't confirm, especially with my theater roots. Yeah, right? Like, to be able to perform with that voice and not, like, dude. The sense of recording closet doing roles. It's insane the types of voices that people can do. I truly admire them. And low-key, I would love to be a voice actor, but I don't think I can really do it. Because I feel like I actually do more damage to my voice than I do anything else.
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Yeah! Okay, do it.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Nope.
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
He's so trustworthy, though.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Buddy.
Just as I thought. Truly frail.
Oh, talking about how voices
Succumbing so
helps
easily
the
to
gesture.
this simple argument.
I agree to
It's
that.
just a mere illusion.
Like, wholeheartedly, that is so true. Whenever it comes to voice acting and just, like, doing things in general, you need to, like, get into a little bit into the character. So you do a little bit of, like, role-playing, just a tiny pinch of it, to help you get into the voice. So when I will admit this, and the reason why I admit this is because whenever I'm doing Gundam, or, not Gundam, Fuyuhiko, for example, for Fuyuhiko's voice, you don't see it, but what I actually do is like you know the classic like Italian, you like do the like you do your fingers and you put like chew your fingers together with your thumb, and then you kind of like do like a gesture, like an up and down gesture. I do that whenever I'm doing Fuyuhiko's voice, and I do the Italian voice like this, and I make it a little bit raspy. And, like I do that to help me get into this voice character. It's so true. But like, I get it. I get it. I see the videos where his voice acting is very expressive. Love that. We love expression. Like, that's the best way to help get a good, like, tone out of your voice, too, is, being able to be very expressive, because whenever you express, your mouth also expresses, too, which also helps to get a lot of that emotion out there. I like it. I can send some to the Discord. Please do. Or send it to me personally if you want to. Whichever one. Okay, yep.
If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
How about you surpass your own human limitations by dying already? Sorry, that was way too aggressive.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat.
How about you admit your defeat?
First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other...
Interruption? Why are we letting this killer keep talking? You know? Like, can we just, like, kill him already? We already know the answer. Just get him to shut the fuck up. We vote. We get him out of here. We're done. Gundam will not be satisfied until he is finished. No.
You must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
Fine.
You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
Really trying to drag out your life here, aren't you? I guess you really do not want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I shall provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Man! Man! Oh, fuck.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Crush as
1,
David
2.
prophesized! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesized! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied!
How do I reload?
For
1,
the
2,
Tanaka
3.
Empire!
How do I reload? What?
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire!
Okay, I forgot how to reload, which is not a problem, which is kind of a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay.
It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I
The
can get behind
4
him so
Dark
easily?
Devas, a destruction. I was so focused I was not paying attention, sorry.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
He did use the Dark Devas, a destruction!
As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
You're 4 Dark Devas, a destruction! Get the name right, Hajime, come on! Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. They're also not his hamsters, there's 4 Dark Devas of Destruction. This is the only time I'm gonna be supportive.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams.
Maybe a bronze medal, but in this game there's a lot of competition like D1 or D3, I don't know. Also, did I save my Gundam? I'm so sorry.
In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Here's through Supernova Fox! Sandy. So cute! No, the kitty did. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I said he was mine. I have another man in mind, okay? And he's not with me right now. Click. It pressed the button. Truly, this is the skyline limitation art of the demon mouse. I'm not doing that laugh. So the door of destiny shall open. There we go. Tiny is Nekomaru, my favorite, and Nagito, my second favorite. I'm good.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
Yep.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
My favorite is Mahiru. Who was Mahiru again? Is she even in here? Are they even in here? Oh, that bitch. Never mind. Never mind. I like no love for Fuhiko. I like him. He's my comfort character. He's my little comfort boy. I want to give him a little hug. I can imagine he's gonna start laughing hysterically, but the reality is like tears are gonna start spewing from his eyes. He's gonna start crying and laughing.
Not just myself.
I don't know why.
But you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Sonya.
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell.
Aw.
Fine, then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere.
All right, hand me your hamsters. I'll sacrifice them right now. Give me that sledgehammer from earlier. You want a sacrifice? I'll give you a sacrifice.
Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
I mean, your hamsters could easily be trash on the side of the road.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
All right, ask him you shall receive, sweetheart. Oh my fucking gosh. All right, fine. I woke up at... What the fuck? Nekomaru said he had to pack them? Yeah, I guess. Okay, we got that one, so it's not that one. Wrapping the chain around the doorknob. What is that? Is really what I'm asking. Oh, fuck off. Missing with the basement or contact elevator. Blah, blah, blah. Got that. Got that. What is this, though? And because of the alarm clock, I woke up. We can't sleep. Well, I'm gonna be taking damage until I dead. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And then the alarm started going off. Oh, right. Sorry. And then hamsters go. Oh, that is a cool frame. I like that. Send out the divas of destruction. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Unless you did that. Okay, good, good. I don't like the way that they did this one. This is a little different. Set him down to sleep, and then you did that, and then you locked the door. You did not lock the door yet. Fucking hell, dude. And then you used the thing. Then you destroyed the lock, so that's there. What? Kill me. Although even the hamsters are great. Yeah, that's true. We like Gray Guy, though. He's fun. So it can't be these two items, but then it was that, and then it was that, and then it was that, and then there was the alarm going off. And then it was that, and then and then we all woke up, but then we didn't really think too much of it, and then we went back to sleep. Okay, now we're starting back at the beginning. Set the lounge alarm, then you were blah blah blah, and then you tied up his ankles. Where's the tie of the ankles? So we got the tie of the ankles. And then we had the alarm go off. Lock the door, drop the hammer down. Got the wires, the alarm 5:30, 5 o'clock at that time. Okay, that's fine. It's 5 a.m. now. Okay, guess not. Go back, off. This is the same. Okay, so that's fine. And then he dropped, and then we all woke up, and then we're missing one here. We got this one all here. We got this one all here. We're missing this one here. Got that. With Fuhiko? What about the ones with Fuhiko? Dark Devils of Destruction. We got that frame. Oh, the alarm. The time. Right, it was around 5. Okay, gotcha, thank you. And then blah blah blah. Boop. Push the button, little hamster, little friend. Well, not really our friend. hung him up, put him on the door. Oh, that's it? Oh, last stop. Okay, cool. Destroyed the thing, destroyed the thing, destroyed the thing, destroyed the thing, destroyed the thing. He woke up, ba-da-ba, he has fallen, let him go. Did they ever look at his chest? Huh. Wakes up. Does he need to sleep though? He doesn't need to, but he does it anyway because he loves to. So then, the only one left is this one, which here destroys the door.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Sorry about that. I was like,
Let's first go
kind
over
of
the
pacing
many
around at
tricks
that point.
the killer prepared before they committed
And now
the crime.
Hajime gets to do his protagonist moment. Let's go, I guess. I would have preferred it if Nagito was the protagonist for this shit. It would have made things a lot faster, because then I didn't have to click or interact with anything. But no, now we have to play as Hajime and let him be the protagonist and do this bullshit with clicking and the buttons and...
First, they destroyed the contact elevator.
Yeah.
This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
Yep.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours.
Yep.
Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge
Yep.
and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m.
Yep.
After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand.
Yep.
They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room.
Yep.
This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Okay, hold on. Why do I like this pose? This pose is actually kind of cool.
That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building.
Uh-huh.
On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru.
Yep.
According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but
Nope.
by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time.
Yep.
In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m.
Yep.
That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that.
Yep.
However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower.
Yep.
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower.
Uh-huh.
But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
I'm so grumpy that the tarot paired me with Junko's sister. Ew. The 17th student at the school? Bro, come on, no. Meanwhile, I'm still mad that your tarot paired me with Nagito. Like, really? Him? Come on. Why not my man? Why not Nekomaru? He would have been a better option for me.
This forced him to enter sleep.
He would have been a better person for me. Mukuro Ikusaba, the secret 17th student hidden amongst the school. Watch out for her. Okay.
From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob.
Bro, this is so messed up. Kyo said now you would understand you better, for better or worse. No. That's what I don't like, man. Nekomaru would have been able to make me better. Nagito would probably allow me to be as unhinged as humanly possible, and that is never good for anybody.
After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
Yep.
They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. They used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage.
Yep.
So they could crack their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall.
Yep.
But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge.
Yep.
As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out.
Yep.
The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30.
Yep.
To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others.
Yep.
When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
Yep.
He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully.
Oh, my man!
Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
My man!
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the
Why
killer is
does
someone
hold
who wouldn't
up,
have heard the
hold
alarm
up,
if they were in
hold
the
up,
deluxe room.
hold up, hold up. Why is Soda smiling? Why does he look like he's smiling in this image? Like, what the fuck is this? Why? Rika is cute, but she's even more crazy than her sister. I believe it. I believe it. They were the Despair sisters.
They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Yep.
That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
He's grinding about Fuyuhiko. Oh, no, not him. What is that pose for him? What the fuck?
Splendid.
Buddy, it's not... Okay.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already.
Oh shit, Akane actually sounds really sad.
Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Uh-oh.
Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
Jump in line, sweetheart! I want to do it first! I want to make him suffer by killing his hamsters in front of him with the hammer first of all, and then I want to hurt his ass!
I cannot believe
I
it.
want to destroy him
I just
emotionally before I destroy them
cannot believe-
physically. Come on, let me be my villain! How dare you? Sorry, miss. He killed my man, okay? I have to take action.
You killed Nekomaru?
Sonya, calm down. Would you like to destroy one of his 4 Dark Devils of Destruction with me?
I cannot believe something like that.
Oh, okay, guess not.
You don't wish to forgive me, do you feel regret?
Shut up.
Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka!
Wow, you don't feel an ounce of any type of remorse, do you? Something's too far. What? It's not far enough. Also, hi, Halia. Halia? Zedwick. Hello, Zedwick.
My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Just accept your death. Technically, it would have been a very quick death. I'm just taking a sledgehammer, having all 4 of them line up in a, like, not line up in a row, but I'm gonna have all 4 of them together in a little blob, take a sledgehammer, bam! It's not gonna, like, be a long death. It's gonna be instantaneous. It's just gonna be a little bit messy, because you're gonna get, you know, hamster guts and everything all over the place. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit of some consequences for his actions, as well as using them to kill Nekomaru. I think that's pretty, you know, reasonable. I'm genuinely checking what's wrong with you. I'm not. He's the one who used them for his own personal gain.
This result isn't all that exciting.
He used them.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Interviews is not funny. But, like, they still killed Nekomaru. They put him to sleep. So, like, they still technically were in on being an accomplice in killing a human. Even though he's technically a machine, they still killed him.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Please.
Can we just shut the fuck up?
Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Wasn't what Gunn has to say. No. No thanks, I'm good. Gundam is good, but no. He killed Nekomaru. I'm not gonna be okay with that. He's accepting his death. Okay, then he accepts his death. The end. Hear him out. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I don't care. He killed Nekomaru. He should go deal with his consequences for killing. End of discussion. Maybe his hamsters too, because they deserve it, because, you know, they were accomplices in the situation. The point still stands. No. It'd be bad if I talk again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. Oh my gosh. Nagito would agree with Tiny on this point. Ugh. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the Amazing Funhouse was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Yay! I said all that without biting my tongue!
Now then.
Oh, motherfucker, now I have to do this dumbass voice? Alright. Hold on. Give me a minute. Gotta drink some liquid. Alright, fine. Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true that the class trial is finished, but but does that mean that the incident is over? We cannot finish it until we hear it from Gundam. Shut up!
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing, you know? I agree. I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Oh my gosh.
Follow my tears.
Why do you want to talk to the one who was lost? A loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something. Yes, Civil, listen. I don't want to!
Listen well.
I'm not gonna listen well. Is what I would like you to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct? Uh-huh. Okay, sure.
How pitiful.
You guys really said that I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh? What do you mean, buddy?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost. And died. No way.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This too must
You're
be
just
the
trying to
will
cling
of
to life.
causality.
There are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain yourself. I can't really do an Akane voice. I'll be real. Fine then. I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring out Nekomaru. This is what happened. Oh, the aura looks cool. Nekomaru and I are alone in the this is the thought process. Okay. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I just say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help, but he didn't turn his back to me. Yeah, you never turn your... Okay, here's the thing. You never turn your back on a killer. Huh? Like, that... You just don't. Like, bro, what do you mean? Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death.
Let me tell you
He was serious, too. He gave it his all just to try to kill me.
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. No, I think, let's be real here. This is Nekomaru we're talking about. He probably would have confessed. And he's also not really that good at lying, considering that he tried to lie about whenever they, he and Soda hid Nagito and tied him up in the other room. Like, they were not good at hiding that fact. You never would have known why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know what the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
I don't think that would have been it. I think he convinced Nekomaru to fight for his life.
Tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this.
Nekomaru!
This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
Ah!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I'm not clinging to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
That's not really the case.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back.
Why does this kind of hurt?
Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Aww. Gundam and Nekomaru were both out to save everyone by killing the other and losing easily. Aww.
Nekomaru need die. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Because we were forced to... Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. Yeah, because both sides still die. That's why Gundam picked Nekomaru, because he's the only one who would agree. Yeah. It sounded like they were having fun, though. They did. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you
However,
this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just going to be waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. I'm too stubborn. I would have died like that. It's not about courage, it's about being stubborn. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. You call it resignation, but that's where I'm going to call it something else. Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death? I would rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh? Do you mean that you'd rather die? I mean, yeah?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, I've already been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. I don't think abandonment's the word, because I get used to that. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life? That is an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools ever heard of the term dog eat dog? Yeah, it's a dog eat dog world out there. Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. It is. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
That is what it means to live. So what you're saying is, really, we should have waited until one of us collapses of starvation and died, and then the rest of us would have eaten him. Yeah, that makes sense. If you saying killing for the sake of living is evil, then what do you call giving up on life itself? Shut up. That's what I call it. Shut the fuck up.
I shall engulf this
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight in that world in every last fiber of my being. Okay. It's trying to be selfless, but in doing so, you're also being a little selfish. Even though you also know that you're willing to die for this. It's a little weird. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life. Shut up!
I renounce you!
He's planning on being selfish to make it easier on everyone else. Yeah, see? He is selfless. Technically, what he's doing is selfless. He's doing it for the sake of everyone else, so that they can live. But in doing so, it's... You know? It's a violation of the natural order. It's the arrogance of humanity. You. Are you saying that all of that was to try to justify what you did?
But...
It sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
The man had the courage to die whenever he needed to die. And that's why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I also find it interesting and really weird, though, that Tanaka won. I betrayed you all. And that is the absolute truth.
Fall, my
Even
tears.
so. Don't you think there's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh, that belief is why you committed your crime. Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was a mere child's play. Oh, damn. Nekomaru wouldn't have laws, but Nekomaru had no defense against the dark devils of destruction. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Well, you know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance.
Gundam, do not tell me that you did not sacrifice yourself for the stake, did you? You did. Can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name
Just
is
who do you think I
Gundam
am?
Tanaka.
I am history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools. No. You would.
Fade like dust in the wind.
He's not claiming to be selfless though. He's just seen as an evil person so that anyone would be sad when I'm dying. I'd probably do that. Let's be real. I probably would. If I end up somehow, I don't know why I even would be a killer, but if I did somehow end up being the Blackened, I would probably be like, you know, yeah, it was me, sorry. And if people bothered to ask me why, I would be like, because he's not my friend. It's not like I care about any of you fuckers anyway. I was doing this for my own toys. I wanted to prove that I was better. And I have done that. And now I accept my fate. You can end my life. Like, I would probably say something like that. I'm also trying to glaze Nekomaru. Yeah. I wouldn't want to die knowing everyone else would hate me. I would, actually. I think I would be okay with that. I would rather people hate me and then get going on to, like, live everything else rather than people mourning and feeling bad for me. I don't want people to be sad about me. I would rather people be mad at me whenever they think of me. That way they can not have to think about or worry about anything that I've done. Because if people worry or think about me in that way, then it's just kind of messed up to have them like feel sad or mourn for something that I am. They don't need to know what I was. They just need to keep going with their own selves. That's what I would think, at least. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of the pandemonium, it's impossible. Is that it? Then I will just leave it at that. Now then, let's be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time for the fun started. Monokuma, let's begin.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, you got it. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka.
Please wait.
This is just too much. Sonya, it's time to let him go.
I beg of you.
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Huh?
Sonya,
I beg of you.
Sonya,
How pitiful.
Sonya. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from doing to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Oh! Oh! That's so sad! That was a cute moment! That hurt! It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
I do not mind, however.
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
Oh. Oh, he has a cute little smile!
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
Are they gonna die with him or what? I really don't know.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
You heard it here, folks. He wants to go. Let's let him go.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
How do I always remember you and your lack of underwear? Gundam. Yeah. I did not need to know that he didn't wear underwear, though. That was weird. What the fuck? What is this and what? This is what? Okay. Work faster, Gundam, dear lord! Damn. Oh! What the fuck? Oh, it's a cat. What the hell? What is happening here? What the fuck? Gundam is going to have fuck. What the fuck? What the hell were the angels for? The angel pups? Were they all like the animals that he actually saved? In the prototype version of this execution, he saves his devas rather than himself from a giant hamster ball of doom. Oh my gosh!
Gundam, no.
Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. The spell was cast to protect the devas. Oh, damn. But still, the point still stands. Glad he was able to do it fast enough. Sonya now inherits his divas. Yay! I was gonna say, is it gonna give him to Sonya? Then the execution, he made a spell to protection. Aw. Don't give up on life. Fuck off! I'm gonna do what I want! Damn it! Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then, what is the right thing to do? I do not know. No matter how much I think about it, I do not know if I will be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off, I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Throw me, I volunteer, I'm tiny. You all spend so much time worrying about each other and things ended up like this. I think the reason why he made it to heaven was because he wanted to go to hell instead. He thought he was destined to be hell like before. Was just how I interpreted it. Damn. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest shit is me.
The worst.
Don't be talking shit now. You might actually end up summoning Nekomaru's ghost. Why am I so weak?
Oh. It's such a downer, clearly. Still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not...
You are right.
Oh, this is... Why are you smiling and crying? What the fuck is this sprite? Why? What the fuck?
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he'll be very cross with us.
Actually, he's right now fighting the angels, trying to go back to hell. You are right. You are right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it is not like this is over. We still have to do a lot. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, do not just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died or you will have died in vain. This has never happened before. What do I do? For real. We cannot allow that.
Hey!
So can we leave? I would like to leave. I honestly would leave. I would probably be like, well, that happened. That sucks. I'm gonna walk off now. Bye-bye. Like, I'm sorry. I would've left. How long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. This killing children will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait! Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally refreshed. Let's hurry back to eating some food.
Hey!
Oh, fucking this voice, of course. Hold on a second, the moon has shifted too damn fast.
Not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam Nekomaru said. Oh, she's smiling and crying too! What the fuck is wrong with you? That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
What the fuck is with the crying and smiles? That's bullshit! She is certainly something else. No, seriously, I'm starving.
Hey, then let's go back to the river now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want, right? And then let's do our best again.
Yes, you are correct. I like how everyone is saying this except for Nagito. Like, he's like, I don't really care. He's like, oh, you know what? There's hope. I'm good. I don't really need to jump in with this. With this, the class trial has come to an end, for once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just like the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito? Holy fuck! Place your bets. Who do you think is gonna die next? Weirdly enough, I have a suspicion, but I don't know if he actually will. Besides, he is the ultimate lucky student, you know? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. Who is the enemy? Make like a can of fizz and pop. What? Soda. Dude, please! I would love for Soda to be next. And before everyone else too. It's just too funny. I mean, no one else could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with the other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
Oh, he getting inky. Okay. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all, even if it costs me my life. Alright, listen here, you dumb fuck. You're not dying unless I say so. You got it?
It's obvious.
It's for the sake of hope. I can't ignore this. Motherfucker!
Monokuma appears!
He's gonna die. Motherfucker's going to die. I was joking a little bit. All right, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why is it the lonely little Nagito? Why are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see, so even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna make things a little bit more time.
Hello.
So why do you summon me here anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love? Concerning is serious, don't you think he's going to commit murder? I think he's gonna try.
Hey,
I summoned you because there's something that I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file that I received. Isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
He knows, buddy. He knows. There's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding amongst us, right? Including that person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
This file contains documents that were created at Hostpeak Academy.
Of course.
That's right! I just reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making!
But...
If this file even consists of information about the traitor, was that person a former student at Hostpeak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey,
The passive voice clips are non-canon, to put it nicely. What? Could it be? Is it your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Uh-oh. Are you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? Ooh. That's an interesting thought. What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all
You're
riled up.
splendidly correct whenever you say, I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Huh. This is interesting. More catchphrases to emphasize emotion, focus on characters. Oh. Sometimes I just include the voices because they actually kind of help a little bit with the tone of the lines. And sometimes they kind of just flow with it. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? No, you didn't. You're gonna try to be like an extra traitor?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh. Buddy? Hey, bud, Nagito, honey, sweetheart. Hey, little goody drum drop. Shut the fuck up. You are not helping them. Your version of hope is technically like their version of despair. I know why you're gonna fall for it, and the reason why you're gonna go for it is because you think it's hope. You think that the reason that all these people are so determined and so, like, wanting to bring despair onto the world is for hope. They want to bring that hope down. I can see a possible idea for you, and I don't like it. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. Ooh. Clever. Clever boy. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too. I knew you'd say that. I don't like that I like this spring. I don't know why. I just don't like that I like it. Besides, I wouldn't be able to handle the sadness whenever you inevitably betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. So in order to create an absolute hope that shines so brightly, stepladders such as myself in despair exist. Oh wow, we brought in the stepladders again. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Person? Must be the traitor.
Huh?
Reminds you. I don't know who you're talking about. That if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. Makoto. Oh shit, Makoto.
Like...
You're just an unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Whoa.
Am I? I think I'm very lucky, actually.
Say what?
You don't know?
When you see that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity, I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. I can eliminate despair from the island. I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become a real ladder, like my father. I'll become an existence that could even be called the ultimate hope. Nagito, sweetie, I hate to break it to you. Someone already beat you to that punch. His name is Makoto. He's like weirdly enough your exact opposite. I love his laugh though. I will say that the way they'll do, like, the voice actor who does his laugh like that, very impressive. Very impressive. The two of you are a lot alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
There's one more thing I want to ask you though.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Oh! Ooh! Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. As the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question. Are they or not?
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Nothing says you can't take a title twice. Then I claim to be an ultimate gamer? Actually, let's not call me an ultimate gamer. I am not good at video games. Muy interesante. Oh shit. 5 days left? Uh-oh. That means that he saw it too. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Oh, that man's dead! Don't be so down on yourself. Jump Neko Ghost was actually evil. Yeah. You know, you're not wrong for that. I got the Hellhound earring! Fuck yeah. I'm gonna wear that thing. I don't even have my ears pierced, but I'll get my ears pierced for this thing. I want the Hellhound earring. Sweet. Hell yeah. Hajame's now bawling. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. My voice is kind of getting shot. But also, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Let me go. I want to leave. I need to go home. I have a wife and kids. Alright, I'm done. Have a good one. I don't know what else to say. Have a good night or day, depending where you're on the world. All the good fun jazzy stuff. Okay, bye!